Oshawa Information Echo. Weather at 1400 Zulu. Wind 330. At 4. Visibility 9er. Sky clear. Temperature -1 tree. Dew point -16. Altimeter 3038. Approach. RNAV runway 30. Landing and departing runway 30. Inform ATC that you have information echo.
This is Jet 489 Charlie Victor, turning left base. There, number 1.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, holding short 30 on Bravo, ready to go.
Oshawa Mike Victor Uniform Tower, right turn now, report 5 northeast, wind 3508 from Bravo, clear takeoff, runway 30.
Clear 30, right turn out, report 5 northeast, Mike Victor Uniform.
I'm alright today. You're gonna find a way to cross and you're gonna get there. And I'm on fire today. Ain't no water here to calm or even put me out. I find a better way. Am I crazy or the wind is gonna blow me down? I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry up. I'm gonna leave it all out there.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, clearing the zone vertically, 3,200 climbing.
Mike Victor Uniform Tower, change en route frequency.
En route frequency, Mike Victor Uniform, thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a cold one out there. Pretty chilly on the ground. It's -14 at 5,500 feet, but our density altitude is 2,900. So the air temperature is certainly doing a number on the air density. Pretty nice weather for flying today. So I thought I'd head up to Ottawa, and we're going to go to the National Air and Space Museum. It's at the Rockcliffe Airport, so we can land at the Rockcliffe Airport and taxi to the door of the museum and see some really cool airplanes. Our en route time is an hour and a half this morning, and it should be pretty smooth sailing.
You seem tired today. Were you up all night afraid of what the future might bring? I feel fine today. I had dreams of you in places I've not seen before. You get so carried away, like love is new, the body's first to touch you. This ain't a game.
Mike Victor Uniform, contact other one terminal on frequency 1277, good day.
127.7 for Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.
Canada 446, descent 8,100, India, Ottawa, altimeter 30.
Ottawa Terminal, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, level 5,500.
Oshawa Mike Victor Uniform, Ottawa Terminal, good day, the altimeter 3037, proceed towards Rockcliffe, and when ready, descend 3,500.
3037, proceed towards Rockcliffe, and 3,500 when ready, Mike Victor Uniform.
Victor, sir, Mike Victor Uniform, are you going to follow the highway towards Rockcliffe, or are you going north of the Parliament buildings?
I was going to go north of the Parliament buildings, Mike Victor Uniform.
Okay, thank you. Mike Victor Uniform, the surveillance service terminates and the frequency change is approved. Suggest 123.5. Have a good day.
123.5, thank you, Mike Victor Uniform. Mike Victor Uniform, right base for runway 27, Rockcliffe.
And upon the wind it's carried over the cities and the plains. You got time, you're on the man, babe, and everybody wants the same. Everybody wants the same thing. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. Oh, I'm gonna leave it all out there. Ah, 'cause you worry me. You
It's a chilly one. It's a chilly one even on the ground.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Danny.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
You wait all year for that sound, and then now I'm tired of it already.
We made it special for Rockcliffe today, just to show you what Ottawa can be like in the wintertime.
Beautiful flight in. I didn't get a chance really to look at Ottawa because I was so focused on staying out of everybody's airspace.
Yeah, it's a busy airspace, and that's something that not a lot of people know. But when you look at, for pilots looking at our VTA, they're like, oh my God, it's very complicated, right?
Well, Montreal hands me off to Ottawa,
Yeah.
and then Ottawa wants to make sure that I'm going to stay out of their control zone, under, above, beside, whatever.
Right.
So I was like, ugh, and then I didn't even look. So I'm sure the Parliament buildings, you probably saw the Parliament buildings.
Well, I hope that, yeah, on your cameras you've probably captured that, but it's a lovely flight in coming in from the north side like that.
So tell me about Rockcliffe.
So Rockcliffe is really quite a historic place. It's one of the oldest GA airports, of course, in Canada. This has a very, very rich military history. In fact, this whole area was actually a rifle range in the late 1800s before it even became an aviation base.
Okay.
And so in the early 1900s or so, the air base was formed, the air station, the mail, aerial photography, surveying, a lot of that stuff was born out of here. Of course, World War II came around, and of course it turned into the Rockcliffe Air Force Base or Air Station, and it was run by the military for all of that time period. It kind of moved over to civilian in the 1960s or so, well, after the war, but we incorporated here in the early 60s. And it was a joint sort of between the military and the civilian up until about the 90s or so.
Okay.
And now it is purely a general aviation airport. And what's really pretty cool is we're 10 minutes from downtown here.
It is a downtown airport, isn't it?
It is really a downtown airport.
Like, this is one of the few airports that you can fly into the city and it's right there.
It's really cool. I did the little math of figuring out that we are the closest open general aviation airport to a G7 capital in the world, which is pretty amazing.
And it's volunteer run?
It is, yes, this is a not-for-profit organization.
Okay.
And it is a volunteer board that runs it. Of course, our staff are paid. This is a flight school primarily. We do have an aviation maintenance facility just down over there that supports our fleet and, of course, private aircraft, either on the field or off the field.
Okay.
And so it's a great place. The location's amazing. The staff are amazing. The community around Rockcliffe is pretty amazing. And so we like to welcome people from all over the place here.
I'm glad to be here. So I'm heading over there to the museum.
Yes, the Canada Aviation and Space Museum, which is another wonderful thing that we have right here on site.
And so pilots that fly in, they can taxi directly over there?
They can taxi right over, just over on Delta Taxiway over there.
Okay.
And go visit the museum, which is a pretty cool feature.
So I'm going to taxi over there now and check out the museum. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, Glenn, and glad you came to see us out at Rockcliffe. Hope you can come back in the summertime and enjoy some burgers out here under the gazebo.
Ah. I've been going to a lot of places in the fall and the winter, and it's like I have to go back in the summer because everything's closed for the winter.
Well, and we know you like food, so
I do love
you
food.
should be back here for that.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right. Take it easy, Glenn.
See you later.
Bye.
Hello. I'm Glenn.
I'm Veronique. I'll be your guide today.
Excellent. Where are we?
We are at the Canadian Space and Aviation Museum here in Ottawa.
Massive collection of aircraft.
Yes. We have over 60 aircrafts in this museum, and then we have a reserve hangar with 60 more aircrafts.
Okay, what are your 3 favorite planes? Don't tell me. Just lead me there.
For sure. Let's go.
So, what are we looking at here?
This is the Junkers J.I. This is a World War I German plane.
Okay.
That is pretty much the first metal plane. So it was the first metal plane made in series.
Okay.
So the wings are aluminum. The body is 5 millimeters of steel. So it's pretty much bulletproof.
It's heavy.
It's very heavy. It flies very low.
Okay.
It's very slow. But if you were inside, you can't be shot at.
Wow.
So, but this plane's pretty much the ugliest plane in our museum.
So it looks like it crashed.
It looks like it crashed, but it hasn't.
Okay.
So it is a war trophy that Canada collected.
Okay.
And what happened is that it was the first time Canada saw a metal plane. So what happened, we couldn't fit it on the boat to bring it to Canada. So Canadian said, I know what to do. And he took his handsaw and chopped off the wings.
So you
could see the tear in the wings. And you could see in all 4 sides of the biplane wings that there's been sawed off. Now it fit on the boat. They shipped it over to Canada, and then when it got to Canada, they left it outside for 40 years. So the state of our plane is 40 years of snow, rain, sun, to just slowly rust away at it. And the conservators, the people who make it really pretty in the museum, decided to keep it in this state to showcase why museums are important.
Yes.
Because it'd be sad if all of our metal planes in here looked like this after 40 years.
Well, and it's, I mean, all the planes around it look so beautiful, but this tells a story.
This tells a story.
This tells a story.
Yeah.
So what was this plane used for?
So it was used for observation, and so there would be someone right at the front here.
So someone's sitting or standing
right
up there? Okay.
And then they'd mark where they saw the guns, the empty trenches, the busy trenches, and then we'd have a back gunner and a pilot.
Oh, so there were 3 people in this plane?
There'd be 3 people in
Three
this
people.
plane. Very heavy.
That's an amazing aircraft. And what year would this have been built?
1917? Yeah.
Okay.
So
It
doesn't
look like it should fly.
I don't think it will. About 80% of the planes in the museum, if we put the right liquids back in them, they could fly.
They could fly, okay.
But not this one.
No.
But which is pretty cool that we still have it, and it's the last one of its kind in the world.
One of one at this point.
One of one.
That's amazing. Okay, on to your next favorite airplane.
Sounds good over here.
Okay, so I recognize this one.
You do?
I can never pronounce it though. Noorduyn Norseman?
Noorduyn Norseman.
Noorduyn Norseman.
Noorduyn Norseman.
Okay.
So this is officially the first Canadian bush plane.
Okay.
Other planes were used as bush planes before this plane, but this one was built in Canada to be a bush plane.
Purpose designed for this job.
Yes.
It's a beast.
It's a beast, and can you believe it, that it's mostly made out of Irish linen.
Really?
It's not metal. So this part right here where you see the rivets,
Yep.
that's metal. But look at the body, look at the wings.
rest of it is-
There's no rivets. It's all Irish linen.
It looks, I mean, it says basic weight 5,402 pounds.
Yes.
So just to give you, my aircraft basic weight is 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's 5 times the weight of my aircraft, thereabouts.
Give or take, but it can carry a ton of cargo.
A literal ton.
Literal ton.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive, and they would call it the flying silver truck because it's pretty much a truck.
It's a truck.
So, yes.
So these were designed in the 50s?
The 1930s.
1930s.
So late 1930s.
Okay.
So it was designed in the late 1930s. Noorduyn reached out to a bunch of pilots and said, what do you need in a bush plane? And they made a whole list.
Yep.
And he checked off a bunch of the list. Some of it include a closed cockpit.
Yes.
Because it can
Well,
get
in the
quite
north,
cold.
it gets pretty cold. Yeah.
It's pretty cold. They requested 2 doors.
Okay.
So a door for the pilot.
Yep.
And then a door for the cargo.
cargo
and the
door.
door had to be big enough to fit in a 45-gallon barrel because sometimes they have to bring their own fuel.
That's an important part of flying in the north is bringing your own fuel.
It is.
So this was a giant leap forward for Canadian aviation.
Insane. This was probably, like, at the time, they're like, there can't be a better bush plane.
That's an incredible legacy.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, where are we going to next?
Right over here.
Okay, so I recognize this plane.
You do?
Yes.
Ah,
This is a Lancaster.
it is.
It looks pretty much complete.
It pretty much is. They did a really good job restoring it.
Wow, it's huge, isn't it? It's absolutely huge.
Enormous. It is the biggest plane inside our museum. So this bomb bay can carry over 8,000 pounds of bombs.
Okay.
And can even carry the Grand Slam that is 22 pounds. They just have to either remove the doors or adjust it to fit the size of it.
I have a whole pile of questions about this airframe.
Go
then. Okay.
ahead.
Was this made at Malton or was it made in England?
This one was made in Malton.
Made in Malton. Did it go to Europe?
Yes, but
Okay.
the story behind this Lancaster is that it went to Europe and the war was over. So it came back to Canada and
Okay.
did a patrol around. So this model is the original colors of this aircraft.
Okay.
And they repainted for a Canadian squadron that has the story behind it of the 72 missions. But the sad things about Lancasters is that it was the second most dangerous place to be during the war.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, the first was a German submarine.
Okay. So there are 2 of these that still fly.
Yes.
One of them's in Hamilton.
Yes.
I've shot with the one in Hamilton twice.
Oh.
If you go way back on the channel, there's one where a Swedish video game company
Yeah.
wanted me to film and capture the sounds of the aircraft so that they could model it. So I went down to Hamilton, and the Lancaster, like I was on the ground and it was coming right overhead so that I could film it. And the other one was I went last summer when it went back to Wyerton, where it had been on a post for years before they had restored it.
Cool.
Very cool aircraft.
Very, very cool.
A lot of cool aircraft in here.
It is.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the tour. I'm going to walk around and just geek out for a while.
Sounds
Thanks.
good. If you have any questions, let me know.
Cool. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So I get it. Warplanes, the giant bombers, the fighter aircraft from World War II are what everybody gravitates towards. And they're interesting to me, but not as interesting as some of these aircraft from World War I, where we were just, as humans, figuring out how to fly. And World War I was a huge advancement in flight. But then we come to something like this, the Twin Otter. This is from, I think, 1965. It is the prototype, giant black X on the side, the first one to fly. Aircraft like this, civilian aircraft like this, really allowed us to move around much more quickly, opened up the north. These I find very interesting. And it's still being built today. Okay, so this is the first ever Beaver, the first one ever produced, 1947. It is the prototype. It actually flew in active service for 30 or 35 years, it says, doing the work that it was designed to do. It just wasn't a prototype that, you know, they left at the plant. It actually went out and worked. These are incredible aircraft. Lots of them still flying. Lots of them have been converted away from the radial engine. Some of them at this point have even been converted to electric power. They don't sound quite right as electric aircraft, but you know, whatever. It's the future, I guess. Amazing aircraft, lots of them still in service, lots of them still flying. This past summer with the Hope Air trip, one of the pilots and his wife came along in their Beaver and flew across Canada with us. Absolutely amazing aircraft, but really, really thirsty. I guess I don't know exactly the split, but de Havilland Canada continued making aircraft from de Havilland in England, and continued with the naming convention of naming everything a moth. So in front of us we have above me I have a fox moth, that's a puss moth, there's a cirrus moth, but when de Havilland Canada started designing their own aircraft, they started using Canadian animals, which just seems a little bit more interesting to me than having everything called a moth. Crazy aircraft though. Some of these are still flying. There's one of these at Edenville, I think, that flies every so often. I see it on the ramp. Beautiful aircraft. This pole setup and in-field maintenance thing brings shivers down my spine. I've seen it happen out in the bush, and I hope that it never happens to me. But this is a thing. Ingenuity out in the bush, how to fix your aircraft, how to lift your aircraft, how to change the engine with nothing around, block and tackle, and some trees. You just gotta hope it happens in the summertime. So, bungee cords on your landing gear. Not a new idea. This is a Blériot from 1911. It's missing its skin. I would totally get in that to fly it. If that had skin on it, I think that'd be a blast. I think one of the crazy things to me is that for certain airframes designed so long ago, like this DC-3, this one here was produced in 1942, but so many of them, because they did the job incredibly well, because they were designed incredibly well, because they were incredibly sturdy, are still flying today. Mind you, a lot of these DC-3s have had a turbine adjustment. There's 5 or 6 of them that fly out of Oshawa Airport, where I'm based. Still in the air, still doing their job. So this is a CF-188. This one was built in 1982. They came into service around that time with the Canadian Air Force, Royal Canadian Air Force. I was still in high school, and we're still debating what to replace them with. It's a crazy looking airplane though. Okay, I could spend hours in here looking at these planes and just lose myself in the aircraft, but I want to get back to Oshawa before it gets dark, so I better be on my way.
Rockcliffe traffic, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform entering 27 for departure, Rockcliffe. Rockcliffe traffic, Mike Victor Uniform rolling on runway 27, Rockcliffe.
Have a good flight, Glen.
Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Ottawa, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
And the other call, who was it?
Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Cessna 172 off of Rockcliffe, climbing through 1700, direct to Oshawa.
Mike Victor Uniform, squawk code 6615, and Ottawa altimeter 3033.
3033, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, Roger. Once you're identified, okay, you are identified now. Thank you. Climb 4,500 for now.
4,500, Mike Victor Uniform.
Roger.
Départ d'Ottawa, bonjour, dans 662.4, en montée 3000 pieds.
66, départ d'Ottawa, bonjour, identifié, montée 1, 3000 pieds, vire à gauche, cap 160.
On monte 1, 3000 pieds, à gauche, 160, Jazz 66.
Delta Alpha, contact Montreal Center 13497. Delta 66, vire à gauche, Break Avon, en route.
À gauche, Break Avon, en route, Jazz 66.
Mike Victor Uniform, 6,500 now approved.
6,500, Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.
Roger.
Okay, we're at altitude, we're all trimmed out, we're on with Montreal Center. Had a great little visit in Ottawa. I just barely scratched the surface of that museum. Just barely scratched the surface. So many things that I breezed past. There's some stuff that's just not interesting to me, for sure, and I didn't even look really at any of the space part of the museum. I just didn't have time. It's the kind of place where I could go back again and again and again. The Rockcliffe Airport is a great way to get there. Fly in, taxi right up to the door. Absolutely great. So we will be going back there, or I'll be going back there, and I hope you'll go there too. So we're on our way back to Oshawa. It's showing 1 hour and 45 minutes of flight time, and we've got a headwind. We've got a 37-mile-an-hour headwind.
Mike Victor Uniform, I'll terminate your service now. You can contact Oshawa Tower 120.1. Have a good day.
120.1, thank you very much. Mike Victor Uniform.
Okay.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
Oshawa, Mike Victor Uniform, Oshawa Tower.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Cessna 172, currently at 4,800 feet, 21 miles east of the field, inbound for landing, last departed Rockcliffe.
Mike Victor Uniform Tower, runway 30, altimeter 3032, cleared right base, report entering the zone and squawk ident.
3032, report entering the zone and ident, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Foxtrot Tower, exit right Charlie, contact ground 1184, off. Right Charlie, 1184, off, Mike Foxtrot. Mike Victor Uniform Tower, traffic exiting Charlie, cleared to land runway 30.
Cleared to land 30, Mike Victor Uniform.
That tower is up. We have the traffic back inside Whiskey Bravo Red. Whiskey Indy Bravo, continue number 2, traffic shore final. Okay, check box number 2, Whiskey Indy Bravo.
Oshawa Tower, Charlie X-ray November is holding short of runway 20.
Charlie X-ray November Tower, stand by, landing traffic. Mike Victor, Uniform Tower, exit right 05, contact ground 1184, 1 off.
Right on 05, contact ground 1 off. Mike Victor, Uniform, thank you.